Ancient domains of mystery under Duas. Nothing about it has been modernized. 6 menus in 4 seconds. High elf archer female. 11 seconds on the talent list. Most of it is gated behind toughness. Bottling, 13 hit points, toughness 7, quick and thin. A dagger, 10 arrows, a long bow. A cave beside the road. I am armed at range, so in I go. A rock thrower dead before the throwing. That is the whole design. A bloody potion and a scroll. Neither has a procedure. A silver wand joins them. A minotaur with water between us. The water is on my side. Slightly injured. It is a minotaur and I am level 1. The quiver runs dry. 24 more were behind it. Severely injured. Then critically again. 2 misses. Neither of us has moved. The minotaur dies. I gain a level and 1 hit point. Now I walk into the river. This was decided in advance. The river disagrees. 11 of 14 hit points left. Now I fetch back every arrow the minotaur cost me, 1 heap at a time. A fireball out of nothing. 5 of 14 hit points remain. Defensive and a failed attempt at my own wounds. Then I stand still. 11 of 14. That took 11 seconds of standing. I try the water again and find a secret passage instead. 5 goblins behind the passage. They squeeze past each other to reach me. 7 now. The game pauses the fight so I can choose a talent. 7 goblins down, 2 damage between all of them. I eat a goblin, does not sit well, then another. 3rd goblin, satiated, still eating. 4th, bloated, they were going to rot anyway. Back to the water. The strategy has not learned anything. Drowning damage scales with maximum hit points. Mine is 19. Drowning again. Then 5 steps refused, not fit to swim. The cave is done with me. Somebody in a village is holding orders. Tyranio. It says I have just completed a quest. News to me. 10 of them. There is a budget for looking at people. Tiny bell somewhere. Nobody explains it. "10 seconds of examining people who were never going to be hostile. A good wife and I trade tiles. She was in the way. A carpenter has gone missing underground. I am the plan. Three tiles of wilderness, then a hole in the hills. In I go. A robe, 60 stones of cloth. No key for this one. The game lets me shatter it instead. An orc down, and a scroll with nonsense written on the label. A metal girdle and a rock. Both of them come with me. A large bat and level 4 with it. 24 hit points. The door was trapped. My dagger is torn apart. I have hands. I punch a rat, then an orc. Both of them fall over. The equipment list has a gap where a weapon used to be. A hobgoblin corpse hole. Bloated. That is the ceiling. A short bow and a light crossbow. I already hold a better bow. Burdened. The robe goes overboard. Then 8 rocks. Then the metal girdle from 4 minutes ago. Now I pace between the things I have just thrown away. A giant frog and a giant rat, dead before either one arrives. A kobold skeleton exactly hit, level 5. The robe and the rocks again. We have all been here before. A rotten bat corpse. The game compares it to chicken. A goblin, 1 arrow, and the arrow comes back. Protection 5 at level 5. The numbers are keeping pace. Downstairs. 28 hit points and nothing in my right hand. 9 seconds of checking walls, and one of them opens. An altar, read off its color. Light gray. Nobody dangerous owns it. A sling and no rocks. I dropped the rocks 2 minutes ago. Heavy boots and a melon. One of those is food. A dirty tome makes me burdened, so the crossbow goes back down. A wall. I find it by arriving at it. Two of them. I aim and aim and aim again. Six of them arrive, and I stop to check for secret doors. A kick kills the female orc. I have nothing better. Unarmed fighting reaches level 1. I am supposed to be an archer. Good shot. A talent for the bow that is on my back. Bracers, a knife, a short sword, a club, a second fletchery set. Strained, the heavy boots go, then the short bow. I try to kick a kobold and miss. Then I drop something else. "12 seconds of walking. Nothing on the level moves. A short sword in the right hand. 4.5 minutes unarmed. A pious aura somewhere nearby. An altar I have not reached. Pacing. The level has nothing left that I have not stood on. Burdened, strained, burdened. The pack is at its limit. Down again. The game stops to write a backup of the save. Level 6. 33 hit points, protection 5. Still strained. Books and comfortable chairs appear on the walls, then stop existing. A rotten orc, then a knoll that also tastes rotten. Pitch black. The map stops where I am standing. It mentions a grue. I have no entry for grues. Pacing in the dark at 3 separate coordinates. A black hurtling shot, then 5 misses on a rattling archer. A bugbear takes 6 hit points off me before it dies. A floating eye dealt with at range. The table forbids the alternative. Level 4. I look at what is waiting at the bottom first. A goblin rock thrower killed at range. Full health again. I shoot at something and it leaves. Somewhere a door opens. Second kick door, second trap. A stone block. 13 damage. Third door, third trap. This one is a fire. 10 more. The campaign gives up on the carpenter and names the endgame. My sword skill reaches level 1. The sword came off a floor. Strength goes up by 1, earned by punching. A fire beat. 6 hits that do nothing, then 1 arrow. A female orc, then a female goblin. Neither lasts a second. Level 7, 38 hit points, up from 13. A female kobold shoots at me and fails. Then I kick a goblin. A coral necklace on the floor. I walk over it. I look at something, then answer no to a question. A flickering potion twice. I am going in circles. The level is finished. Upwards. Jarrod the healer decides to follow me. I did not ask. He is the reward for the carpenter. I never found the carpenter. Bow skill up a level, and the set turns wood into arrows. A null hits twice for 5 each. Now I am losing blood. 18 hit points to 1 null, 8 of them to bleeding. A bandage stops the blood. The null is already a heap. An arrow back off the floor. 35 of 38. An orc scorcher down in one swing. Then a large kobold which bleeds and collapses. Full health. 2 giant bats in a row. Strength goes up again. Upwards. 3 staircases between me and the sky. Another wall found the hard way. The robe and the 8 rocks, exactly where I left them. I kick a female goblin. She does not require the sword. And the metal girdle, still there. The whole pile is still there. A large bat. 2 swings. Hungry. I eat the orc corpse out of my own pack. A giant rat. Then the pack gets lighter on its own. Out. 18 minutes underground for 4,000 experience. Night, and the clouds dissolve. Then swamp and more swamp. Archery 90 out of 100. 32 things in a field. Then 7 skeletons. I kick one and it hits back. 4 of them in reach. One is a rock thrower skeleton. It has no rocks either. 7 skeletons, all crumpled. 3 damage in total. Then a whole iron ration, eaten standing in the wreckage. Dawn and back on the road. Ambushed again. 30 of them, and this lot have bows. Level 8 awarded mid-ambush. 41 hit point. Arrows from off the screen. 34 of 41. I say yes to leaving. The tunnel. Everything below here is the caverns of chaos. 3 arrows left. Both ambushes were paid out of the quiver. A rock throw with actual rocks. 2 misses, then out of ammunition. 10 more arrows into the bow. Then an orc walks into me. A dagger off the floor. I began the run with one of those. 2 rocks off the floor. I have a sling somewhere. An iron amulet into the pack. Nothing puts it on yet. A giant rat, 1 swing. An iron ration off the floor, with an arrow beside it. A large bat, then a giant rat, both to the sword. A fire beetle finds a vital spot. 36 of 41. 11 swings so far. Most of them hit and do no damage at all. 19 swings. It has a shell. 22 swings and it dies. 18 seconds for one beetle. Caverns of Chaos, level 2. An Amulet of Defense +2 onto the neck. A medium shield makes me burdened. The spare Fletchery set goes. A gray elf runs a rare rings shop down here. He knows my name. He invites me to inspect his wares. Nothing in me can buy. A mouth opens in the wall and advises me to wish for charisma. My charisma is 9. It may have a point. The rings are equals signs in rows. Water is an equals sign too. A shadow. 4 swings and 2 hit points. A second neutral altar. Both of them light gray. A crude spear makes me burdened, so the dirty tome goes down. Hungry again, a large ration and a dwarven sausage found after. The shield onto the left arm, 3 more points of protection. Someone is cursing shoplifters. Someone else is counting money. The shopkeeper wants money and my developer wants a subscription. Two orcs on the way to the stairs. Neither of them delays me. Level, 2 minutes and 20 seconds spent on level 2. Herb bushes. There is a rule about unidentified herbs. It says no. The room describes its own air as unnatural. I keep breathing. The bow comes off. The bow goes back on. The bow comes off. 10 times in 12 seconds. Something in me cannot decide. It ends by telling me I have no abilities left to switch on. No more appropriate ammunition. The bow is decoration now. A raider down in 3 swings. A sickle, some clothes, a key. Four misses on a rat while a raider shoots me from behind. A tambourine, into the pack with the sickle and the clothes. Bear. It fails to hurt me, I fail to hurt it. 12 swings. Most of them hit and do not manage to harm it. 22 swings and it dies. Then a kobold trapmaster in 1. I stumble through an opening into a dark room with lights. A chaos sister in the dark down in 3 swings. The amulet changes. Perseverance +3 willpower. Unasked for. 1 strange herb collected. It stays strange. I fight something. The game will not say what. It dies anyway. A kobold chieftain. 9 swings, none of them harmful yet. 15 swings. He is a kobold and he is ahead on points. 24 swings for one kobold chieftain, then a goblin chieftain. The goblin chieftain works himself into a blind rage, still loses. And a minotaur, the third one of the run. It hits for 6 and I bleed, 33 of 42. Down, 2 chieftains and a minotaur, and the bow never came up. A black potion and a gray potion, both stay unopened. Coward then aggressive again, 2 seconds apart. A rattlesnake punches through the armor, poisoned. The snake dies. The poison does not go with it. D9. A big dog and a harpy, 26, 23. First aid fails, then it fails again. 18, 15, 13. Nothing is attacking me and I am still losing. A werewolf at 8 hit points. 5, 3. The werewolf has not landed a single blow. At 3, the last item on the list, Corellius answers in full. Then the werewolf and 3 wolves, all of them at full health. Keen shot, a talent for a bow with nothing in it. Sand underfoot, and a smell the game files as sweat and blood. An arena, a crowd begins cheering at something I cannot see. Still poisoned from the snake, 34 of 49. The crowd will not stop. I check the walls and find a secret door. The arena gets 40 seconds. I came for the staircase. Buzzing sounds. I have heard that on 2 previous occasions. Both times it was the last thing in the log. A flail off the floor, 150 stones of flail. Burdened, the sickle goes, the spear goes, the clothes go. A giant bee worker on the last arrow. The arrow breaks. No appropriate ammunition. An archer with an empty bow. Cowardly tactics, -10 to hit, +15 to dodge. A bee worker killed with the sword. 4 swings, no sting. A broadsword, then burdened again, so a club and a cloak go. A copper ring on the right hand, unidentified and on anyway. An arrow and another scroll I will not be reading. "29 of 49. The snake's poison is still working. A goblin in 2 swings. A giant bee warrior. The tactic goes to coward, then back. 12 swings at the bee warrior. It does not touch me once. Dead, then a rotten dog, and the game recommends cooking. 4 bandages in 6 seconds, 3 of them take, 46. Second bee warrior, 3 swings, 49 of 49. The rattlesnake's poison finally wears off, nearly 4 minutes. Third bee warrior, 5 swings and it collapses on its own. The table says giant bee warriors are confused by torch smoke. I raise the bow at something, and it reminds me the bow is empty. Fourth bee warrior. 15 swings, most of them harmless. It dies. A fifth one is already waiting. It punches through the armor for 6. Poisoned again. It stings once and drops dead. I keep the poison. 33 dropping 4 at a time. Same poison, new bee. Sixth bee warrior. My hits do not manage to harm it. 14 swings, 23 of 49. The poison is faster. Defensive. -4 to hit, which I could not spare. 17, 24 swings. The bee has missed all of them. 30 swings. It is a bee and I am out of ideas. 19, then 15. Only one of us is taking damage. A rust monster arrives. Its whole job is my equipment. It touches the amulet. The amulet becomes a rusty heap. Then the sword rusts, and then the sword breaks. There is a table of monsters I must not touch. This one is not on it. The shield rusts too. 9 of 49 hit points. The guidebook. Rust monsters are pacified by throwing metal at them. I am carrying a broadsword, a flail, and a dagger. The sword is gone entirely. I punch a bee instead. 3 hit points. Bare hands. A rust monster ate everything I was holding. Then the poison.